7,
8,
9.
10.
Yes,
Hey, girl. Welcome, everybody. Hi, everybody. Did you watch The Simpsons?
Yes.
That's the end of that.
I don't remember that though, so obviously not that long.
Not very well. Who's your favorite Simpsons character?
Well, Bart was my favorite,
Really?
obviously. Loved Bart.
Do you remember the episode when Michael Jackson
No.
was on it?
No.
It's your birthday, Lisa. Happy birthday, Lisa. Yo, it's a classic. You ain't watch The Simpsons. It's
I
okay.
did, but I don't remember it.
It's all right.
Remember do the Bart man?
Do the Bartman.
How
How
did
does
that
that
go?
I mixed it up with, I conflated that with the Urkel. Do the Urkel.
Wait, I don't even know what the Urkel is, dead ass.
Whoa, it's getting crazy over here. What were you
Bart
doing?
Man song. Who did that song? Like, who is responsible for Do the Bartman? Is it Do the Bartman?
Are you making shit up right now?
I think.
You're making it all up. Yo, this is for all my AT aliens.
What the
We
fuck?
done?
Why would you stop?
Because I wasn't sure if you were moving forward
I'm
with
trying
your,
to do the Bartman. Wait.
Your parents.
It's taking too long.
Yo, hey, what's happening, dude? I'm a guy
It's appropriative and I don't like it.
terrorizing people wherever I go. It's not intentional, just keeping the flow. Mixing test scores to get the best scores.
I feel like this is done by Prince.
I'm the kid that made the empathy and art.
It might have done
Last name
being
Susan,
around.
first name Kevin. I'm here today to introduce
I just wanted
He
to
like
get to the
moves
hook.
people or something. He does something provocative.
easy to do. I learned it with no rhythm, and so can you. So move by.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I gotta know what it is at this point, girl.
It's taking too long.
It'll be all right. Everything's okay. We're all just breathing. I feel like Prince did do this,
I
Antoinette.
think Prince did this. Because I feel like my dad used to play it. There was a
No, he
Simpsons vinyl record.
I got in trouble, yeah, pretty deep.
I gotta ask my dad. It was a Simpsons vinyl record because I remember seeing it.
No, Brian Lauren did it.
Apologies to Prince. R.I.P. Not quite the same. Sorry, Prince. Anywho, I apologize to all your AT aliens or AT aliens.
I am
How does that work?
thinking AT aliens. I'm thinking of going to Atlanta for their Jazz Fest. Guess who's gonna be there?
Samira Joy.
I wish. No, it's going to be Andre 3000 twiddling on that flute.
Oh my God, when is it?
March or May. And what I really
Wait,
am
March or May?
Hmm,
It's a
that's
whole month in
interesting.
between.
That's very
there.
true. I don't know.
What? Who says? She said that's like October or January.
February.
What?
May 25th to the 27th.
Oh, by Memorial Day, or that's not Memorial Day. What is that?
I want
Some
to
holiday.
know.
Oh, you're not talking to me.
Know what turns you on.
Can you hear me? Because I'm talking to you, but you won't respond.
But I
hurts
feel
my
like what you're
feelings.
saying, or I don't know if they're questions or they're little ad libs. So I'm like letting you add your shit, and I don't know if like what you're saying is not much to.
So you're saying
Yes,
that
Memorial Day. It is.
Is it Memorial Day?
I don't know.
I don't think it is. What's the holiday in May.
Mother's Day.
No, there's another one. What?
It's the kickoff to the summer, my nigga. But
It's when everybody does a cookout Memorial Day. Yeah, you're right.
if you're in Atlanta, if you go, have you gone before? Is it worth? Because this is going to be a heavy lift. Okay, me one flying down there, getting the inventory down there, staffing. Is it worth my time? Would you come and see me? I kind of want to do it. So, but I need some data. So please let me know. Don Data, please let me know. Also, I'm very ashamed. Last week, I got some chicken wings, marinated my chicken a little bit. I'm like, boom, gonna make some fried chicken. I think I'm a John. I think I'm in a movie. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm in panties and a bra frying chicken.
No. No. Let me see the burn mark. I knew it. I knew it.
My entire chest. And
You're lying.
I really love my clavicles. Like, I love this part to be revealed in the summertime. It's like, it's a place that gives me a lot of pleasure. And if I have fucking...
Is it really that bad?
It's not that bad, but it's like a pop. So it's like a burn mark here, 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 here. There's like little pops of burnt skin there. And if this shit stains, what's the word for staining for skin?
Scar?
It's not coming to, yes.
What's
If
the
this
word?
shit scars, I'm pissed. I'm no more good. And chicken will forever. Why would I do that? And the thing is, God spoke to me like, girl, you need to put on a whole hazmat outfit. Like, what do you think you're doing? I was like, I'm in a movie. And I burnt this shit, screamed. Jolie was like, are you okay?
How was the
Terrible.
chicken?
Well, I refuse to buy.
The chicken wasn't even good.
I refuse to buy vegetable oil or like straight up lard, like oil that can burn at high heat. So I'm like, I'm gonna get some sunflower oil. Sunflower oil it's still not a high enough temperature. It eventually smokes. It does not work. And I knew that, but I forgot because I wanted chicken so bad. So it was kind of a shit show.
But I forgot.
I made really good cabbage though. Shout out to Amanda. Amanda was somebody that taught me how to make cabbage.
How you make your cabbage?
So in my cabbage, I do
Stop touching stuff, you're being loud.
garlic and onions, right?
Okay.
I do
What kind of onion?
yeah, like a yellow onion. I don't do a red
Okay.
onion. I do like a yellow onion. You put your black people of fucking powders,
Seasoning.
garlic. Yeah, do the seasoning. I add a little bit of
Onion
thyme because I've been looking for
Fresh thyme?
Jamaican fresh thyme. I add a twig of thyme. I add chicken stock. And Amanda's secret, I add a tablespoon of sugar to it.
Of course, Amanda and sugar.
I think she says vinegar too, but I didn't put any vinegar in it. And then you just put it in a little bit of liquid. You don't want it in a lot of liquid. You actually need it in a little bit of liquid, salt,
To
pepper.
steam.
It was busting. It was delicious. And what's it called? Stewed tomatoes,
hock.
just a tiny bit. And I put a smoked turkey neck in there as well.
Don't lie.
I did.
Don't
put a
leave my
smoked turkey
damn
neck
meat
in
there now, girl.
I did in this one. Normally I don't, but I did. I have some frozen ones in there. I threw that shit in there. It was good. It was good, but it's not worth the scarring on my breasticles. Not that anybody's
Sorry.
gonna see them. So.
Stop. Oh
hate
no.
this.
What do you
How
hate?
long is this gonna be? I'm gonna go out there and get mines. You know what I mean? Like, why not?
Why not?
For real. Why not?
We have some candidates for you.
Huh? We don't.
Huh? You can't
I
come up
don't.
here and get coffee with nobody?
I could. I might could do it.
You might
I might
could.
should do it. They got nice tasting coffee too, Chad. I
Oh
respect a nigga
boy.
with a good tasting coffee.
Mm. Tricky.
You know they say I look like coffee.
Shut up. That's the name of the episode. You're on 1,000. You know they say I look like.
I look like a little cafe con leche.
Who says that? Who says it? Tell me now. Are you real? Who says it?
Cafe con leche.
Who says that to you? Who's they?
I am the color of cafe. I am most people's coffee
You say
choice.
that. You say that. Nobody says that. Why would you say other people said that?
To add a little razzle dazzle, a little provocation.
You know what's getting on my nerves is that I can't even see your eyes because
this
you got
hat.
duplicate hats on.
I'm like Two-Man, Tim the Two-Man Taylor. Remember Wilson in the...
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
I'm Wilson. He used to be giving mad advice. He used to be talking that good shit. Oh, God.
Yo, you are something's wrong with you. I don't have any updates. Just because this, I can't follow. I need to go first. I can't follow your updates. I can't. I really do want to see you get yours
Some
though,
coffee?
girl. Mm-hmm.
It's scary out here. It's a lot of
Grind
syphilis.
it.
It's
Get
a lot of
the
soft. It's a lot of
get the
sex.
beans. Grind the beans.
Oh.
Let me see that circular motion. Let me see from
Oh
last
God!
week.
Do y'all
Was it
remember
Trayvon
that from
Taylor?
last week? He's
Was
doing
it
a
Trayvon
frog.
Taylor?
He's doing a one-leg frog. He's a one-leg frog. He had his leg up with his legs cocked. Crazy.
Somebody tweeted us and was like, "Can you please tell?" I just want Right Away Curls to know that circular motion definitely feels good. I said, "Ooh, heard you."
Ooh, excuse me. Not us. Just.
You got to
I'm
get
gonna
coffee.
tell somebody. I'm like, can you do that? I gotta see something.
I think that Coffee Man would absolutely love for you to give a command. No?
Maybe.
Why maybe?
It could happen. I might have to at this point.
Stop.
I
I
have
got
to
you
tap-
things for that.
I have to. I know, but it's not the same. I have to tap. I've been having a great girl. I figured it out.
Ooh,
girl.
you
All
figured
need to
it
know is
out?
I figured it out. When it settles away, God whispers in your ear when you ask. Yeah. When you
Ooh,
say,
I
God,
figured it
please
out.
help me, I'm confused. And then it just comes to you.
That meme you said, hey, whoever has my voodoo doll, please figure it. Help me, God. And then for your caption to be, my. How the tables have turned. I used to be out here like,
nobody
help
else
me.
could get that but you. And nobody else really got it. One person did. They're like, Shanti's in heat. Help. Poor child. Poor girl. That's what they said. Shanti's in
Shanti
heat.
is a
Poor
he.
girl.
He said, my, how the table. Yo, the way I screamed at those memes. Oh my God. Good job by you. Excellent work.
It was the hell one that had me going, boy. Oh, that
The
had
hell
me
one I
going.
didn't get. No, this one had me going because I feel like this is the type of shit that I do with y'all.
Get on my weird side before I see him, 'cause I wanna impress him. He said, what's up? So I'm about to go on
That's me. When I'm talking about somebody I like, I'll be like, woo.
I'm about to go on
Oh, anyway, I'm sorry. Those are my updates. The memes made me really happy, and
Good.
I
Praise the
think
Lord.
you know what the last update is that you get on my nerves a little bit because the way that you've been single for how long? It ain't even been a year yet.
Yes, it is. It's a year today. Not
You're
today.
lying.
I just lied. But it's a year. In March it happened, child.
That happened in March.
Yeah, it's been a year.
Did you tell me right away, or did we wait?
No, I told you. I
Wow,
probably
so
told you. I probably did like you do,
you
and probably waited a
definitely
week,
lied.
but not no more than a week, not no more than a couple days.
You was like, we might could get back together, so I'm a hold it. I'm a hold
Yeah,
it.
let me
Let me not tell these
let me
girls.
calm down. Let me not jump the gun. We're not, not
Can't tell these
overextend.
girls that we
I
broke up
can't
one
be
more time.
retracted
Wait a minute.
because they gonna be sympathizing. I'm gonna have to talk shit. They,
Right.
but
We gonna
I'm
be
be
like, fuck
retract.
him, girl. They gonna be like, oh, hold on, we back, we back.
No,
Oh, okay, okay.
no, we good. I think okay. Why would you be mad at him? I don't get it. What y'all mad?
Why y'all mad? Everything that I said, don't even worry about that no more.
That was
That's not
good.
real.
Yep.
That's not real. We good, we good, we good.
I was exaggerating. No, yeah,
You know,
I
I was
did keep.
mad.
I kept it in my pocket, and I was like, "Wait a minute, this shit real, yeah, fuck, isn't it?" Ah. Shout out
That's
to you,
not
you
funny. I'm
sweet
not
being.
laughing.
I love you to this day, you sweet being. Even though we ain't make it,
You did make it.
You were a statistic.
No, you weren't.
I'm a statistic.
No, you're not.
I am
Oh,
a statistic.
Shanti at the
A
top of this
black
episode.
failure.
Shanti, that's not funny.
I need
No,
a
you look
therapist.
like coffee. You keep saying
Girl, you
stop.
coffee con leche, girl.
Don't say that.
Mm-hmm.
You just upset me.
It's
All
all
right.
right. I'm accepting and enduring. That's all you can do.
No, listen.
What you gonna say? Think about it. Come on, girl. She moving too fast. She's like, listen, but she didn't have a follow-up. Listen, wait a minute, girl. No. Don't say that.
I was trying to say some fire inspirational shit. I said
I ain't got it in me.
nothing. Listen, no, for real.
No.
No, for
I'm
real.
okay. I'm holding on. The girl just needs some
To
affection.
be held on to real quick. Something to hold on. I know, girl. I've been there.
Hold on to.
Maybe, no, I think I gave you my solution.
Yeah, that's it. That's the ace in the pocket.
Yeah, that's the big joker. Pull it out when you need it. Quick. Got him. And then you go, just go. And perfect scenario. I'm just
I need
saying.
to change my whole way of being. We're getting to this is anyway. Go ahead, y'all.
All
Go ahead,
right.
internet.
I don't have updates. My
Okay.
update is that I want you to get whatever it is that you need. You let me know how I can help assist in that, because I've been there, girl. I seen you, and I would like to apologize to you. I would like to apologize to you because this was supposed to be our hot girl summer.
You
We were
fucked it
supposed
up.
to
We
be out
about
here
to
for
be
the
out
first
here
time
strapped
single
together.
together, like, ew, we outside, a runaway girls outside. And I messed things up.
Jesus,
Tricky.
not today.
It's okay. But
I'm
I've been
happy for you, girl.
there.
It's okay. Who am I? I got Amanda.
Yes, you do.
I got Amanda and the rest of these. Yeah,
They're not
women out
single.
there. I want to apologize to Tisa. Can't remember, but I did watch her interview on Good Day America, and I have a lot of compassion for that woman. She has been representing herself, defending herself, holding herself accountable in ways that are really beautiful. Not beautiful, that's not the word, but like really respectable and relatable, most importantly. So I just want to publicly apologize for any way that I have dismissed that woman out of my ignorance. And I wish her the best. And I hope she's getting all her coins.
She is. She just signed to a production company. Shout out to her. I'm excited for her.
The coins don't heal the pain, though. And that's
Not at all. I would also like to say Charlemagne apologized. His apology
for
was
real this time?
0. His apology was terrible. His apology was basically, I'm sorry if I did something and, I disturbed that woman's peace. But, you put yourself out on social media. Basically, people are going to harm people on social media. Doesn't excuse the harm. So, whatever. He still got some growing to do. But
Don't we all?
I would also, too, like to apologize to Risa Tisa or Tisa Risa. I can't remember either. I'm not trying to be smart.
And that's true.
But truly, good job by her. I still think she dragged that story though. That story could have been
She did what
that
she
story
had to
could have been
do.
truncated, but she did it smart because now she got everybody
Mm-hmm.
involved,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like,
CNN.
she ain't
Good morning,
stupid.
America.
Robin Roberts, Tamron Hall, go ahead, girl. So I'm happy for her, and I'm wishing her the best. She better win. All right. Please rate, subscribe, and share Around the Way Curls. It helps us so much. You're really just getting the people going. You're talking about this podcast, sharing the good word with your friends, with your enemies, with your family. And we invite them all here at Around the Way Curls. There's something for everyone here. Duality is a thing. We are not a
Yes.
monolith.
Come on.
Come on through with the come through. Would you like to tell people about Patreon, Queen?
If you'd like to see us in person, if you'd like to see our outfits, facial expressions, our interactions, it only enriches this audio experience. It only brings context to some of the things in which we reference that only you could understand if your eyes were upon us. And that's what God wants, is that you see everything holistically and not in myopic, narrow perspectives. And so please consider being our patron on Patreon. It's a subscription-based membership, tiered to fit your budget, your generosity, and it helps us to grow and to continue this operation and to fulfill our dreams. Patreon. Somebody said we're not adding the extra W. It's www dot, and I had just been saying www.
No, you did.
Yes,
For real?
for years. www dot
.com / Around the Way Curls. 3 W's.
You know what it is. Y'all know how the internet works. Stop playing.
You're not real.
All right, that's crazy.
Voicemails. Let's get into it. First up, I can't remember any of these, so we're gonna see what happens. It'll be okay, I think. Maybe. Ready?
Hi, I'm calling because I'm listening to the most recent episode, and y'all are talking about Aaron Bushnell. And I think that it's worth more of a discussion. Like, I think the things that I'm hearing the most are when talking about him, how the police had their guns pointed at him, and like that it's being covered up as to why he did it in the media, and all of that. Those are important takeaways.
Oh my fucking God.
Hi, I'm calling because I'm listening to the most recent episode, and y'all are talking about Aaron Bushnell. And I think that it's worth more of a discussion. Like, I think the things that I'm hearing the most are when talking about him, how the police had their guns pointed at him, and like that it's being covered up as to why he did it in the media, and all of that. Those are important takeaways, but I don't think enough people are talking about the overall impact of what he did and how it affects Palestinian people. So in a way, I do feel like it takes away from that conversation, it's just like, what is the long-term impact of his actions? And is this something that's just going to be sensationalized? Or, how are we moving forward with knowing that he did what he did? Is it inspiring more people? Like, it just feels kind of like, okay, he did it, and respect to him that that's the route he wanted to take. Everybody is going to have their own form of protest. That's not for anyone to dictate. But I also think that a lot of people are getting caught up in like all of the just small things that like, oh, is it suicide? And just like you were saying, like people being mad about others, people saying rest in power. Like, we're just focused on the wrong things here. And I think that is just the issue overall, especially with the media. And so I would just encourage more people to really just dive deep into why that something like that is necessary, and also, is it more impactful? Could it have been more impactful for him to still be here, still protesting in other ways? This is a really interesting topic, and I feel like we're not talking about the right things. Anyway, I love the show. Thanks. Bye.
Thoughts?
Those are all very important questions, I think. And I think, again, in our earlier episode, what is being asked is to cease fire, is to stop the continued killing and military operations of Israel, and to figure out another way, period. And I feel like that request is being overshadowed by a lot of politics, and I think that's all he was trying to, again, was to disrupt and to bring people's awareness to what is being asked, what other things are possible. And I don't know that the popular media is able to have those kind of conversations. I don't know. It is a very, not dramatic, it is a very radical thing that he did. And it takes a lot. It's not a normal thing to do either. So I think people are also processing that as well. And like just words, just said words.
No. I think that it's extreme what he did.
Extreme.
It's radical and
That's
it's extreme.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's so final. And I think when I first saw it, I questioned if he was, completely okay, if there were other things going on. But then I didn't when I read his rationale, and that's a choice that he made. I understand that people don't want it to be sensationalized and glorified and romanticized and encourage more people to do something like that, right? I understand that, because we don't want like extremism in that sense to be born, or do we? I don't know. Some people will say that's what's happening over there is just as extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Like the genocide of these people.
Yeah.
And literally we're seeing children starve to death, bones, as like just malnourished, just left to nothing. And so I don't know. I don't want to see people unaliving themselves so that other people can live. But I also hesitate to cast judgment on Aaron and the choice that Aaron made. I also, when we're talking about the wrong things, I don't know who we is, because I feel like you and I are engaging in conversation that that keeps us on, hopefully, yeah, to the best of our ability, keeps us on the right path, keeps us on topic, and we're sticking to that quite quite intentionally. So I just hope other people are talking, and I think that's exactly why Aaron did what he did. And I think with this news cycle, how the news cycle is just constantly changing, it's already in the past.
Yeah, which is just
So
crazy.
it feels like,
Yeah, it's just done.
what
Washed our
was it
hands of it.
for? Right.
You,
And I hold space for that as well. But I still say, rest in power. It's interesting. I saw someone say, what's the difference between what he did and what extremists do when they, if they're suicide bombers or stuff. And I was like, well, suicide bombers kill other people as well. He didn't do that.
it's the most it's a non-violent form of protest, but it isn't because it's
But it
definitely
isn't.
violent.
Right.
Duality.
I don't know. All right. Next up, familiar voice. Not working
How
still.
y'all doing?
This
Good
shit is
evening,
making me
afternoon,
jump
whenever y'all.
already.
Ladies, how y'all doing? Good evening, afternoon, whenever y'all are recording this. It's Leo, of course, as y'all know. Hope everybody's been all right. I've been busy with work, so I haven't been listening to your podcast as much, but I am catching up. And also, I wanted to announce that my book club is finally coming back. So for any of the listeners that were asking about it, or news for men in their life, males in their life that were interested in just a community where they can learn more, grow more, and invest in themselves more. Just come have a good time with the men once a week, and the males once a week. Tell them pull up. Give them the flyer. The flyer is on my Instagram at Behind of McAfee Jr. on Instagram. Go follow the page. Go learn something. Go pick something up. Spread the message. We're talking a lot about how patriarchy affects women and every other group. But in my book club, we're going to talk about how patriarchy affects men, how we need to unpack and dismantle, and just try to be better for ourselves before we can do that for anybody else. And just disclaimer: I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. I'm not. All I am is a person who grew up with love and community, and continues to foster that environment for myself and those around me. And I want to continue to do that for people that may not necessarily be in Texas. I live in Texas, so hence why the book club this time is virtual. So jump the page, follow me, contact me, have a conversation. Even if you don't want to join and read, at least come and pull up and learn something.
So that was Leo. We had Leo on as a guest. And he was a fan favorite. And so, yes, his book club is Love It Maine, A Voyage to Manhood. It's a virtual men's book club. The current book is A Will to Change by Bell Hooks. It begins the week of March 25th, followed by 5 weekly sessions. Ages 18 and up can join. And I'm just looking to see where he actually posted the virtual link. But if I don't find it here we go. If I don't find it here, then here we go. You can go to Mind of McAfee. It's MindofMcAfeeJr Jr. on his Instagram, and he has all the information there. So I'll ask him for the actual link, and we can add it to the episode description. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And our final voicemails. It's It's right here. I wish this would work.
First off, I can't believe I'm doing this. Hi, guys. My name is Michelle, calling from the Bay Area, Fairfield, California. Just wanted to say that I love you guys. I appreciate your podcast so much. Shanti, you are just everything. Like, you're funny, you're beautiful, you're sweet. Antoinette, you as well. I feel like listening to you ladies, I can hear myself and I see myself. You guys give me hope for my 30s. I'm 32, will be 33 in August. And I just feel like y'all just give me hope. And Antoinette, please let us know that you are dating. Like, we can and I am so happy for you, and I want to lift you up and let the girlies know what you did, or not even what you did, but let us know your tools. Yeah, let us know your tools and what you did, how you were preparing yourself to welcome this new relationship, how you called him in. I feel like I'm saying a lot, and I hate that, but if you can just give us advice on how you called in this new relationship, that would be great, because I am looking for that. Whatever the joy it is that we have going on, not saying that he or she, I don't know, that he is, they are, excuse me, is the reason for your new happiness, but give the girlie some tips, Internet. And again, I love you, ladies. Please don't ever break us. I need y'all. And thank you. Bye.
So Shanti is my longest relationship, and we are going
Goodness, we've
steady.
been doing this for a long time, bro.
We go together, and it's going pretty well. We've been working through a lot. No, you know,
Girl, drop them gems, them diamonds, them pearls, rubies.
I don't even know. I honestly, yes, I started seeing someone. Even talking about it it makes me nervous because it feels like I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to mess anything up.
That's how it works. No.
No, it's not. You know what it was? I stopped prioritizing it. And you know what it was? You taught me this. You kept talking about how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel? And so I stopped writing down what I wanted and more about how I wanted to feel and how I wanted to be treated.
Yes.
But really more like how I wanted to feel and what I needed. And the less I focused on a partner, the better off I think I was, where I was like, I want to feel supported. I want to feel honored. I want to feel ease. I want to feel excited. I want to feel comfort. I want to feel safe. You know, all the things. It's like, okay, this is what I want to feel. I want to feel like this. And I think I said this. I have my altar. I bought some Bay candles from the Sable Collective. I ain't lying. Ask Shanti. How many times
Consistently. Them things was
Yeah.
lit every time I went over there flickering.
I definitely did. I called that in, and I thought a lot about Jasmine's mom, Miss Pam, and a lot about how she has, to this day, I don't know any relationship that was healthier and more beautiful than Miss Pam and Mr. Don. In my life, something that I could reach out and grab, they were just like so in love and so supportive of one another. And so I had her little face at my altar, and I remember her saying, finally one day I just looked up and was like, I'm so sick of being treated bad. Like, why am I not going where the love is? And Mr. Don was in her life, and she was like, this man.
Go where the love is.
Yeah. And so I started to really think about that and really ready myself for people to exit my life who no longer needed to be there, who were taking
Come
up space.
on, fucking
And you were there for
testimony.
that. Were you there for
Yeah.
that or not?
Yes.
You were there for me being like, this is never gonna be
Never
what
mind.
I thought it would be, or what maybe one time I hoped, or this is this is just not serving me. And being honest about that and being okay with the repercussions of that honesty, or trying to be as okay as possible. And as soon as there was space and courage, as soon as there was space
Courage.
and courage to be like, oh, I'm curious about this person. I was not pursued. I was very much interested, and I think I made that clear. And I went towards him, and
Which
he
was
came
not her
towards me,
comfort zone.
which is not my comfort zone. But it was not somebody that sought me out to be like, oh, I'm trying to holler at all. It was just like very great conversation. I was like, and then that was that. Yeah, stepped outside of my comfort zone, consulted my girlfriends every step of the way, and didn't shy away from being treated well. Because it's very
And
easy to do
possibly
that.
rejected. I think
And
that's a very important thing.
yeah, facing possible rejection. Like I definitely, in the little steps that I took, I would throw my phone across the room and freak out, and freak out. Um, but also like when things started to fall into place, I think I didn't shy away from feeling good because it was a new feeling. And it truly, I didn't shy away from that. And I can't, I think even now I'm still processing it. I'm still processing what it is to be like honored and like cherished. And I don't think that I've really felt like that. It's been what I'm used to is this kind of evasive, mysterious human in my life who I can't quite pin down, but it's exciting, and I'm, proving myself and jumping through hoops, and this just feels easy. And that can be scary. That could feel like, is this right? Is this exciting? Is this this? Is this that? And it's like, no, it's easy because it's good and healthy.
And good for your not immune system, but we could talk about it another time, but I was listening to a podcast talking about falling in love in the early stages is really stressful for your body. Like it is actually toxic for your body. It's unsustainable. If you were feeling
God.
the stresses that your body feels and those initial like butterflies, da 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 da, your body wouldn't be able to sustain it, and it has to like once that's played out, like the ground of coupling and security and like, oh, we're locked in is actually like when it begins, and the body's like good. It's like good.
Yeah.
It's like homeostasis.
I don't know.
Science.
Yeah, it took from the first time we were actively in it sharing space together. It took about 2 weeks to just settle right on in. All that nervous energy shit was out the window. It was like, oh, what's up? Okay, we here now. So it's a beautiful thing.
Well,
I'm gonna protect it by all means necessary. So that's as
don't
much
have to
as
let
y'all
nobody know
motherfuckers
who
getting
it
out of
is.
me.
Yep.
Exactly. But thank you for the call. And I know y'all are very sweet. I hear so many DMs and so many people like, girl, what's going on? We hear a difference. What's going on? Where you at? Who are you with? And I'm like, shh. Anyway, we need to take a break. Let's take a break. Can you please sing something very romantic? I'm in a romantic mood just based off of that. Like, sing it in a romantic. Ooh. Not a swing.
Messages. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Maybe 50 minutes in. That's
Yo,
crazy.
Well, I was messing up the voicemails. I don't know why this isn't working. It's really upsetting me. All right, this could be brief. I don't even know what to say. You ready? I don't. You got your
Voicemails.
book?
That's my jam. Yeah, I don't know if it's applicable though.
Voicemails. We
Luckily, I
still
can
don't
get
tell
it.
people where to call, what to do. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're back. So this is a topic that I didn't quite know how to get into, and Shanti put together some questions, and we're gonna try to work off of that. But this is what I was alluding to on last week's episode that I've been sitting with, and I've been trying to make sense of in my head and reconcile in my head. And over the past, I want to say 3 or 4 months, maybe a little more, um, I've been, people have been exiting my life. People and things have been exiting my life. And I've, for the first time, had to like be okay with that instead of like chasing and trying to contort myself to keep them, to keep what is familiar, to appease them, to whatever, right? And I think that the people and the things that have left my life have all been for a reason, right? It's been uncomfortable, but it's been necessary, I feel. But in them leaving my life, something is bothering me. And it is, of course, them leaving, right? And the relationship not being what it was, but also the narrative around it, right? I found myself getting caught up in what they think about me, right? What narrative they're running with in their head, who I am to them, and also what other people will think of who we've shared space with, right? And it's really bothered me quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so I sat with that and I was thinking about like, even you see like when podcasts and when business relationship end, I'm looking at Jesus and Mero, like it was interesting how Mero came out and had his understanding of what happened. And Jesus like just posted on Twitter like a cap and kept it pushing. And I was like, wow, I would have found it very hard to not be like, actually, this is what really happened,
Here are
and
the
like
receipts.
speak my truth. Here are
Yeah.
the receipts, and I got them, right? Because I'm crazy. And even with you had someone where a relationship ended, and she kind of went online and blacked out a little bit and ran amok, and the girls were ready, locked and loaded, ready to blast her on all the social medias, ready to go at it. And you were like, no, that's not really how I want to handle this. People can think whatever they want. That's not my business. And I remember feeling like you weren't sticking up for yourself in that moment. And then now I step away and I look back at that, and I am so happy that that's how you chose to carry it, because no one's speaking about it. It's not going on. I know that for you didn't care about that person anymore. Like truly, it's not your business. You're like, okay, girl, bye. But when it comes to very personal relationships,
Yeah.
right? With people who you loved, people who you were very close to, with a business that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, and all of the narratives, right, online are that you're the bad guy. Like imagine if that's happening. I'm not saying that that's happening, but there's examples of this, right? I just find myself like, ooh, and I find myself giving this advice to people too. don't say anything. Just keep on rising. Just keep on talking about all the amazing things you're doing. Keep on pushing. Like, I say that kind of shit all the time in my life. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. Because it's always nonsense online. That is so fucking hard to do. That is so hard to do. And so my Shaolin Shanti, what's your name, Shaolin? I need your
Shaolin,
help.
the
I
girl.
need your help in
Race
because
for peace or prove your point.
but
What
it's
team are you?
yeah, but it's not just prove your point, right? It's like there I think there's multiple things here, right? One thing is like I don't want people going around with a different narrative of who I am and of
But they
what
already.
really went down. Of what really went down because part of me is still protecting folks from their own truth. Where if I did decide to be like, this is what actually went down, that turns into a whole other thing.
I think it's audacious to think that you know all the truths of what really went down in the first
Mm.
place. Because you don't. You don't. You're
Not all
not.
of them, but you know what I'm talking about, and you know that for
Yeah,
me and a particular human, there's a truth that I'm
kind
keeping.
of. There is, but there's also some other things that you just have no. You have no you have
Yeah,
zero information about
but I'm talking
that
about when it comes to me, when it comes to who I
your
am.
truth. You have your truth, but then this other
Mhm,
person, there's three
mhm.
stories. What is it? There's three stories to
Three
every
truths: your
three
truth,
truths to
their
the
truth, and
truth
then
and
the
the
one in the
truth
middle. Yeah,
that you
yeah.
just don't have any access to. And I think that's the part that I honor. Is like there's this like I have this thing that happened to me
Mm-hmm.
that that I um that I am perceiving to be true. That I have this, my idea of what this other person's done. But then there's this other unknown
Mm-hmm.
that you have to honor because it's like what I don't I don't know it. I don't know it. But at the same time, that leaves for a lot of passivity and injustice in a lot of ways, and I can acknowledge that. And it's like I don't I want to keep it, I guess in this conversation I want to keep it micro and not so macro, right? Because there's two, again we're going to, Palestine and Israel in this moment,
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
thing's like, oh, there's these two truths. Like,
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
we're not talking about that.
Definitely.
We're just talking about our own wrestling. And I think at the root of it is like, what is ego for me.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
my interpretation of it is like, at the root of it, I'm not really wrestling with another person's perception of me. I'm wrestling with my ego and the fact that I want to defend myself and to uphold a narrative that feels comfortable or true to me, which I directly connect to like an ego. So I guess my question is, what is at the root of what you're trying to defend for yourself?
Yeah, I think it varies in the different scenarios. The one that I'm thinking about the most, um, is just yeah. I it's yeah. I guess it is ego, but it's ego.
What's
It's
ego? Like what if you had to name it? What is
I
at the
don't
root? What would you say? It's innocence, it's ignorance, it's victim, it's
know.
violation.
I
What
think
is the
it's
root
an
that truly?
acknowledgement because it's like, this person is treating me as if I did something wrong to them, as if I harmed them, and I didn't. I just made space for something in someone else. And in their mind, they are creating this thing, this narrative that I deserve to be shunned and cut off and blocked and this, and it's just like, what? And it feels like such a violation and a dishonor of our relationship, of our friendship. And I think the frustration is also like, why can't you take accountability for the fact that what you're feeling doesn't have shit to do with me? It has everything to do with you. I'm just living my life. And I think the frustration is that I know there's a lot of mutual friends or whatever people in our lives, and I know that I'll be questioned. I know that it's gonna be like, oh well, what's up with it? Like, why I ain't seen? And it's just like,
You have to
what
manage
do I
that. You
say? I
feel,
have to
yeah.
manage that, and I also have to protect that person
Do you?
in a way. Well, I don't know
Do
how to
you?
respond. If I respond like hella truthfully, then it doesn't protect them. It exposes them in a way that I don't even want. So it's just weird. And so it's almost like I have to be okay with a narrative that is untrue. Unless I turn into like this kind of, to me, a bad guy that's giving more information than is necessary. And it's like I'm caught in between that of like, I guess people just have to think what they think. And I hate that. That's where the ego comes in. I hate
Okay.
the idea of anyone controlling a narrative about me that I feel like is not true. It's partly why I get ups. I don't know. I could get upset when people, I go on Lipstick Alley. I've fucking read some stuff on there before that I've talked about on here that was like, oh my God, what? This is what people are saying? And there's an urge to defend. And I'm like, it's not even worth it on here. These people
So
have no life.
interesting. For
There's a,
you, for me, it's an urge to be like, maybe that's true. What am I doing that's, it's just
oh
so
yeah, of
interesting
course. No, no,
that,
no, no. There's definitely a thing there too. It's like, oh God, why are they
is that
thinking that?
true?
Because I brought it
Yeah.
to you and was like, do you feel like this? Like, and asked you, of course. But then there's certain things on there that's just wildly untrue. Where like they posted pictures of my friends
Yeah,
and
yeah,
said
yeah,
that I'm
yeah.
trying to break them up. And I'm like, what? Like, how do I not? I want to respond to that. Like, first of all, I'm going to their fucking wedding. What are you even talking about? Like weird stuff like that. It's like, so you have these interpersonal things, right? Where two close people go their separate ways, and everybody kind of, the people that are caught up in it, the friends, the associates, they kind of think what they think, right? And that makes me uncomfortable. And then you have this scenario, right, where I understand what you're saying. You got to deal with your own ego. You got to let certain shit go. People are going to think what they think. That's none of your business, right? But then you have the other stuff where like you actually see untruths. Where like I have a friend, and I have multiple friends. I mean, we have Jasmine, we have people in our Jade, we got Mandy, we got all kinds of people in our lives who have large ass platforms, Crystal, Fury, all Fran, where you'll see narratives about them, and it's like, what? That couldn't be further from the truth. And they, it will bother them. I've heard them talk about it. And sometimes, people clap back. Some of my friends will go at you. Others will not. And it's like, well, when do you do that? How do you know when to do it? Is it a part of like your brand that, oh, this one claps back? or is it a part of, like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you determine when it's time to protect your, this is so annoying, that thing in the screen, to protect your reputation?
I think it has to.
To
I
Go
think
ahead.
it's when you have to weigh what's really at stake. What are you really defending
Mm.
in this moment? You know what I mean? If it's
And
fucking
if
up,
it's your ego, it's not worth it.
if it's your ego, then that's something that you have to deal with. But if it's like this is now obstructing opportunities, this is now but even then it gets really you know, it gets really crazy. But I think that's when you have to like react to it. Otherwise, you quickly become absorbed into and mirror that kind of energy. You know, it eats you up. It
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
takes you in, and you lose control, and then it doesn't become you defending yourself. It just becomes like a, you know, chatter. And we see it all the time. We see it all
Yeah.
the time on the internet when somebody quote unquote is defending themselves, and then it just becomes this back and forth where everybody look kind of crazy. Everybody looking at it is just kind of like, what y'all doing? What's going? What is this? I feel like taking the, is it the higher road? I don't know. I feel like, especially when it comes to it in your, there's like the collective where you feel like you have to defend yourself, which I think is the least important and the least
Mm.
risky, right? It's because it, similarly to what you just said, it's gonna go away quickly.
Yeah.
It's like it's just part of the news and the cycle, and it's like boom, it's gonna go away. 4 months from now, 6 months from now, we're not gonna talk about Diddy anymore. It's gonna be old news, right? But in your personal lives, in your particular situation, you have a decision to make about truth in a way, right? So that when people do approach you about this, you can be completely honest. You can. You have that choice to relieve yourself of the burden of continuing someone else's lie if you know it to be a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And that requires you to reveal yourself and your accountability in it as well, if there is any. And it's just like, this is it. I'm 10 toes
Yeah.
down. This is what happened. This is what the situation is now. And you stand in it and reap the consequences of it if there are any, and you don't have to manage the consequences for somebody else either. It's just like,
You know what? I just realized in you saying that, what came up is they'll be so mad at me.
right, which is like, yeah, so that's what you have. That's why I guess what I'm trying to get is, what is it that you're really trying to defend or honor? What are you defending really? What are you honoring really? Is it the truth, or is it people's perception of you? Because if it's truth with what you know to be the capital T, it's like, bro, this is girl, sis, y'all, this is what happened. Boom. All y'all can live with how you want to perceive it. It's not my business, but this is A, B, and C. This is what happened. But otherwise, it's kind of like, yeah, I think you have to be honest about what your deep truth is in defending your truth in this.
It's people's perception.
Of you. And that person. And mostly also that person as
Me.
well.
Yeah, but yeah, and yeah, and not just people's, theirs specifically. It's also like, I don't want to be the person that blows up the spot, and then I am somehow bad. It what's frustrating me is that I still feel obligated to be good
Protect,
to this person, to protect that
protect,
person,
be good. The fact that you
to be good.
conflated being good with protection
Yeah.
is an opportunity for you to sit with
Mm.
your work, I think. That um I don't I'm gonna play this because do I have it saved properly?
You're
I
playing a
think he
clip.
yeah, I think that he and hopefully you can hear this.
Take this out, Monty, while she finds this, please.
Taking out my tea. I wish I could. Anyway, let me stop. The
Am I
girl
making
needs help.
sense?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
What does it say about me that I absolutely cannot wait to watch the State of the Union?
What's it gonna be playing on? Oh
YouTube.
boy. Where did it go, my lovely? Oh boy. Where would I have saved that? Under podcasts, right? I would have. Well, it may not be applicable. Maybe I erased it. That's a shame. Got some technical difficulties. Hold on, I'm gonna try one more time. Okay, here it is. All right.
Anywhere, there's only one rule.
Hold on.
So serious.
Feel like you're stuck anywhere, there's only one rule. There's only one thing you only have to surrender. The payoff you're getting from whatever positionality you're stuck in. You don't have to let go of hating people, being afraid. All right, so it's the pleasure, gratification, and satisfaction that you get out of that position. That's what you're stuck on. So you understand? You still hate your mother-in-law. What you're stuck on is not your mother-in-law and not your hatred. What you're stuck on is that you get a satisfaction and a pleasure, like sort of a vengeful, you only have to let go whatever payoff you're getting. That payoff is an energy. And once you identify it, you'll see it come up. You'll see it come up. Every negative thing that's holding you back from enlightenment is due to the payoff that you're getting secretly from the ego. You say, oh, I don't get anything payoff. Oh, yes, you do. Each one of these negative feelings is hooked in with others.
Do you get
Each
that?
one is hooked.
Did you hear what he said? He's kind of mumbling, a little belligerent sounding. But basically, what he's saying is that
Send me that, please, so I can get it to Monty. Go ahead.
the ego is also connected to addictions that we have, right? And addictions are connected to pleasure. There's something that you're feeding. There's a narrative somewhere that
Likeable.
you're addicted to, right? That you keep fueling or you keep finding, you keep playing out in these quote unquote negative interactions with other people or other situations. And so what I try to do, and I often do it in a perverse way of completely avoiding it or being too passive, but is to take it into what is it that is my responsibility in this? What is it that I am addicted to, or I'm not less than addicted to? I think the deeper thing is, what is the deeper wound that this is feels familiar and feels comfortable to me, that I find a weird safety in, or I think familiarity is a better word than safety. Is like, oh, this feels familiar. This person is, you know, I'm able to, I'm locked in a particular way. And
Yeah. What is that cycle?
what is that cycle, and how do I let go of it? And and I think,
You know what?
especially,
It just, I'm so sorry. It just dawned on me. It's like this thing about being likable, being good, is something that I was taught when I was young. Is that even as a child, especially with my relationship with my mom and my dad to an extent, but mostly I'm thinking about with my mom right now of you have to make, if she gets upset, you have to fix it in order to get back in her good graces. And if you don't, then you're bad. And you don't deserve certain things. You're not making, you're not considering her life is hard, yada yada yada. She's good to you. She's been good to you. She's done so many good things, which this person has. So supportive of me in so many ways. Looked out in so many ways. And if I'm not in their good graces, that means I'm bad. And
and you have to overlook some of the things that have hurt
yeah,
you
yeah,
or have dismissed you, you know,
manipulated me
manipulated, or
in
you
order to be
have,
good.
or to be liked by them, be accepted, to be in relationship with them in a particular way, even if it was at the expense of your self. Yeah. So I guess it's always going back to yourself in a way, you know? And I guess harm, like direct harm, is when the things change a little bit, and this idea of protection becomes, or proving your point becomes real. But otherwise, they're just scratching and flaring up and inviting you. And that's why I like the idea of Sharon Salzberg. We talked about this before, real love, but she's a Buddhist. But when these situations of conflict come up, where our ego is flared up, where we feel like we have to fight or flight, that it's an invitation to a deeper love. And mostly it's a deeper love for ourselves, which then will extend to the other person. But thinking of how to respond to conflict with love as a weapon of disarmament and protection, and rather than like, I'm gonna fuck this nigga up, or I'm gonna prove this person wrong, I'm gonna make them look bad, I'm gonna prove what they did to me, which I feel like victimization is also like a spiral and addiction that a lot of us can fall into. And what she says, and I also think about, I was trying to look for some quotes from Cole Arthur Riley, but I just didn't have the time to research it. But the very Christian theory of turn the other cheek and nonviolence as a way of finding peace and ending conflict and seeking resolutions. And I think we all have that fucked up a little bit too, of thinking that it's just like this passive thing when it could be this really powerful thing that I don't quite know how to unravel yet. But it just made me think about that. I don't remember what I said here, but I'm gonna pull this out. I wrote some numbers down in the chapter, so hopefully this will lead us.
268,
Quite
269.
sure what I was trying to pick up, what she was putting down. Hold on.
Machi, take this out too. Poor Machi, he got some work to do on this episode. This shit rough. God damn. It's okay. She read the book while we wait.
Okay. I don't know if this is the best thing.
Okay,
I
well,
could have
just
really
say
looked it up. It could have really been good. Hold up.
you already did. You already helped me
I
quite a
remember Gloria
bit.
Cameron's agree. Yeah, she probably got some good shit, but she just talk about leaning in with love, and I can't do it right now. I can't
Okay,
find it, but
so take us out. Just say so
so
take out that part. Wait, Mati, take out the part of that she can find it.
um
Find the book clip.
so maybe hold up.
Baby.
Maybe. What you gonna say? What you think about that, Antoinette? What do you think about that? What do you?
I think this was really helpful. I do. I do. I think I have a lot to work through. You show me all the time, but this likable shit, yeah. This it's ego, it's likability, it's also control, wanting to be in control. Go
No,
ahead.
I think even deeper, it's a part of you that wants attention and love, right? And that's the part
Yeah.
that you said that to me, and I was like, "Yo, fuck you." It's also a part of like
Wait, what? I said
less
what?
than this. You in the past, you said I would do this thing where it's like, yeah, it's ego, it's me, you know, doing this thing. It's kind of like a place of like judgment, like I have to change this thing versus being like, oh, I have to love and embrace this part of myself that is begging for it, that is looking for it in every opportunity, every relationship of like see me,
Yeah.
feel me, hug me, hold me versus change me or um stop me from acting out. It's just like it's a an opportunity to love yourself, to be there for yourself in a way that
So is that it?
somehow some way you didn't get it, or it's been perverted in some way.
So when there's a narrative about us that we feel is untrue, because most often that happens when people, in my opinion, people are doing that in order to justify some feelings that they have, right? We just have to love ourselves more and be 10 toes down in who we are and understand the urge to want to rewrite that narrative and control that narrative to pinpoint what that's rooted in and
Yeah,
let the narrative go. The narrative's
I
not
think
important.
I think there's branches to it, right? Because there are some situations where people say something about us, and then there's like their accountability part. Because like we are harmful, we do
Yeah.
cause harm.
Yeah.
We do have to be accountable, and
Uh-huh.
then but that leads us back to like, but you can be accountable and rectify, hopefully with that person, but most importantly, the shame, the guilt, mostly the shame that comes up when you hurt someone else is like it doesn't call for more punitive, you're a bad person, you don't know how to be in a relationship. It's like, oh no, you made a mistake, you have to
I ain't
forgive
hurt
yourself.
nobody.
I'm just saying there's all these stems to when
Yes, I
people have
understand.
narratives about us, but the deeper part of then comes back to forgiveness, which requires compassion and love. And then there's the other part where people are lying about us.
That part is where I'm not just gonna love myself more. I'm saying something. If I need to. I am.
If it is, are you because somebody, because that's maybe what's happening. Are you
That
going
is
to do
what's
that? I'm so
um
confused about where
if
this
it
just
no,
went.
no, no, no. If it's a
It's like
straight
that
lie,
therapy meme where
no,
it's
I
like, I'm
know.
gonna fuck
If
a
it
nigga up. Wait, no.
no, if it's a straight lie, if someone is maliciously lying, if someone's just alluding to shit, whatever. But if someone's maliciously lying and it could do damage. Yeah, I am.
Sure. But they
Of
could
course.
do, they could go even 10 toes down and be like, no, 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 no. This is what happened.
Whatever. I'm
And then
sick
it's
of
like
this
we go back
fucking
and forth.
conversation. No,
Or,
the back and
uh-huh.
forth, no. It's
No,
just
we're not doing it.
that's not true.
Uh-huh.
But okay. I don't know. It's hard. I don't have the answers for this. I think it's hard. It's hard when so many people have opinions, when you can see so many people's opinions. And it gives me a lot of things to think about when it comes to celebrity and how hard it must be to read untruths about yourself and not want to respond to every fucking thing. Like, what? That ain't it.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know
all right,
if
y'all.
we got anywhere.
Did we?
Anyway,
Another
I don't
episode.
know. Pray for peace, prove your point. You seem to be praying for peace and doing the internal work. I
Maybe.
seem to be trying to do the internal work, but also ready to pounce. I can't do that for other people. I'm ready. I'm pouncing for other people for the most part, which also I gotta chill with. What is that thing?
What is that thing?
I don't know.
What is it leading you to for yourself, to loving yourself more? Yourself more? Seeing yourself more? Only you can answer
Goodbye.
that question.
I love
Who
you.
knows? Love you too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
She said, I gotta watch this address.
Was that anything? Oh my God. People will be like, what the hell was they talking about? It's so hard to talk about that.
I think it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it don't
Monty,
have no
it's a lot
answer.
to take out. Monty, please fix it. The mics are off. You gotta send me that thing.
He was mumbling too. He was drunk.
He was really. Who was that? I was in it. I was like, what? Who was that?
Some nigga writing on a chalkboard, talking that good shit.
All right, girl. I'll talk to you tomorrow about everything else. I'm tired. 12 o'clock. Now I gotta move my car. I love you.
What? Right now?
Unless I have to get up at 8 and sit in it. Which I
I
don't
love
want
you
to do.
too. Peace to the
I'll holler
God.
at you. Old and new. Bye.
You get in here.
Don't.